Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. It continues on my Synergy Pro series, in which what we do is we try and look at in depth of synergies and seeing at certain synergies what applications they have to the way we fight. Like in the previous Synergy Bra video, we decided to look at the Nemesis synergy, and that looked at increasing attack. This video is all about skill domination. Skill domination is summed up like this. It's all around Black Panther Civil War, which gives a unique synergy which is based on bleed damage. And when we team up with Hawkeye and Black Panther, the OG version, and up to level 3, you can be provided with 25% additional bleed damage. And we'll put this into a synergy group to kind of give you an idea of what this looks like in a moment. But just a shout out, marvelsynergy.com, a link is in the description. This is the place that I love to go to get all information about synergies, rather than just looking on game and it's not really specific and you can't choose things and kind of build it around a synergy group with regards to your teams. I like to go to this website because it gives you the full details and they update it regularly. So support that website because they do some great stuff. marvelsynergy.com. So here we are back on the game, and as you can see here, skill domination, skill champions deal plus 25% bleed damage. Now, in picking and choosing a champion for this, there's, like, as we can see here, Hawkeye, there's the standard OG Black Panther, there's Agent Venom, but I'm really thinking that a key bleeder and a really decent bleeder would have to be Gwenpool. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to use that plus 25% extra bleed damage on Gwenpool. What we're going to do to start off the video is we will not apply the synergy team around Gwenpool, and we'll see what the damage is coming out as. Hopefully we get some decent numbers, because obviously she does extensively bleed. And the next thing is that we will then, after the fight, then look at applying those synergy groups and those bonuses to see what we can get. Now obviously results may vary based on what champions you have, so you may not have a Civil War Black Panther. I'm hoping you have them at 3-star, because I think a lot of people do have them at 3-star. And what the great thing about it is, at the moment I've got the 3 and 4-star version, which does mean that I can then build it with a Hawkeye and a standard OG Black Panther in order to kind of boost that more. So let's get our Gwenpool and get into the bleed. And obviously here we are with a non-synergy team put up. And people may wonder, well, why don't you just take the details from this section here with regards to the all attack section? Yes, you can, but the disappointing side of things is that when you go into a battle situation, it doesn't say 1130 and then the cycle of it, and it comes up as kind of micro bleeds. So it's like, it's let's just say it's 6 seconds divided by that, so it's like 100 and 170, 590. That's each time. So that's what we want to see. We want to see that the application from the point of view of kind of stacking up and the amount being taken off is there, and how that kind of increases per second, because you want to see that damage going quicker than it is, or kind of higher numbers. It gives you all that joy that you're seeing those higher numbers being taken off that enemy. Right, so here we go. In with the first bleed. So 4 stacks are on at the moment, with very kind of like quick and inters. 4 stacks are in at the moment, and we're seeing 99. So let's just have a look, continue that on. I'm just trying to see if that's, I think that's just a generic thing that we're going to see each time, being 99. So that obviously that's the thing that I want to see increase in the future. But one thing I like to do with Gwenpool, which I didn't do then, and that was my mistake, is once I get the enemy into a bleed, is when I get a parry off, which hopefully we can get in a moment, is then put in a heavy attack, which then increases the amount of bleed, which is 217. So I'm just going to make a note of that. Right, I think the data is pretty obvious, so I'm going to take that data and then apply the synergy team, and then have a look at the improvement with regards to the bleed. So we're just going to set up the synergy team now. I'm going to put in Black Panther just there. I'm then going to grab the Civil War Black Panther there, and that obviously has started off our quest then to get better bleed. So we put in Hawkeye, OG Black Panther is in there at the moment, and then what I'm going to do is then add in a second Civil War Black Panther, and so there we go. We've got 20% there, the times of 2, and then we've got a further 25% there. So it's going to be cool. We're going to have this real mix here, and the bleeds are going to be increased. So it's not just going to be about the 20%. It's going to be about the 25%. It's going to be about the 20% as well. So we've got what seems to be a level 2 and a level 3 skill domination. So we are going to see hopefully a 45% increase with regards to bleed damage, which is it's going to be pretty tasty. I'm looking forward to it. So that was the fight, and it went relatively well. There were a few mistakes in there, but you know, nobody's perfect. However, though, the kind of the stats from things, there were extensive rise in the bleed damage, obviously from applying in the synergy. Now I do have deep wounds on, so obviously a lot of people's experiences with this, if they chose to use that synergy, would vary. So obviously to start off with, we were seeing 99, we were seeing 217, kind of like numbers. But when it came to applying in bleeds and getting stacks and also putting that heavy attack, we were seeing it rise. We were seeing numbers of 143, 171, 286. I think that even was like a 317. But it's hard to kind of balance that stuff because Gwenpool is so fantastic with regards to increasing damage when it comes to Incinerate as well. We were seeing some incredible damage numbers coming in against the enemy, coupled with the fact that the playing style that I did was very aggressive. And that it can be a bit of a disadvantage. You know, I was pushing the champion a bit too hard, which meant that there were mistakes. And the one issue that I have found is that lapse concentration allows for on a deep evade, that when you're deep evading, the enemy seems to be doing a dash attack, which means that when they eventually get to you, especially with Winter Soldier, he seems to like put an air punch in and you're like, it just swoosh your face and it's like it's caught you. So that's just that a bit annoying. However, though, I won the fight, and that is, again, the main thing. Going on to whether or not I recommend a skill domination, it's not the most popular synergy group by any stretch of the imagination. Not a lot of people do take it up, and its applications are not as, because it's only for skill only. A lot of people aren't like big on it, so. Yeah, it's one of those ones. It's quite fun to see like changes in bleed damage, but not a lot of it will kind of affect certain champions. Like imagine if you could increase the bleed on a different type of class champion, like Captain America Civil War. That would be quite cool. But obviously it doesn't. But you know, it's up to you whether or not you want to use this synergy. However, though, I find it quite fun from time to time just to kind of pick up something new synergy wise and see how it can apply to different things. So that's been our video on skill domination. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more Synergy Bro and MTC news, as well as other content that I produce for Marvel Contest of Champions. And if you want to suggest a synergy, put it in the comments below. I will be rounding them up after this video and then putting them together for future synergy kind of videos to explore application, what they mean, where best to use them. I'd say for this synergy, if you want to use it in stuff like Master Quest, that may be an option if you want to increase that bleed damage. It's not a good one for Legends runs. And as well, I think that there will become a stop point with maybe Act 4, where maybe this synergy group isn't of use. But still, light questing and heroic questing, definitely worth a shout. And maybe some early chapters of Master. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now.